This episode of Around the Boards is brought to you by absolutely nothing, because we don't have any sponsors. So with that said, this is episode 16, and the boys are here to talk about the Winter Classic that has just happened on New Year's Day, the Ottawa Senators, and how their team is kind of up and down to start the season and to kind of go halfway through the season. That's probably how they're going to end the season. And we're also going to be talking about the Olympic stuff, so stay tuned to find out what their predictions are with Ottawa Senators for the rest of the year. So let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Around the board.
What's up, everybody? This is Around the Boards, joined here with my good friends, as always, Robbie and Dylan. Duncan, fellas, say hello.
Hi. Hey. I'm not Dylan.
Nope, that is Robbie. And Dylan
Thanks.
isn't Dylan himself. What? Hey. So, start of the new year, 2018. How was everybody's holiday?
Don't say what year it is.
Why?
I don't know. We're not supposed to say days, so why can we say years?
Because it's already the new year.
Oh, okay.
How's everyone's holidays?
Holidays were like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm sure we talked about it on the last.
Yeah,
Last
for
holiday was
sure.
actually, New Year's Day.
Well, it was selectively.
It happens to be today because that's when we're recording. And you know what else happened earlier today? The Winter Classic. And the Rangers beat the Buffalo Sabres in overtime by an overtime goal. It was scored on the rebound by JT.
You beat him in overtime with an overtime goal? Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Usually they win in overtime on a regulation goal.
Yeah. Did you guys know
Most
watching it?
games.
Nope, I was at work.
Yeah, I watched the third period and overtime.
It was interesting. I really think like how they have the overhead cams. They had that overhead cam on the wire like they do in football.
Yep.
They had that today. I really think the NHL should invest in those. Those gave you some pretty cool angles, being like right over top of the players and everything else. But I don't know, it was just something I thought was cool.
They'll probably come out with that.
I think they need to invest or figure out having more teams in the Winter Classic besides the same 10 teams.
Yeah, right. That too.
There's been
What do you mean?
10 Winter Classics and only 11 teams have played.
Right, and I think that's why they expanded too with like the stadium series. You know what I mean? And they had
They should just have them all be the Winter Classic.
and then they just recently had the 2017 Scotiabank 100 Classic. The Centennial.
Well, that's the Heritage Classic, and they just have one for the 100-year anniversary.
Right. And you know who played in that game, right?
Or we're already.
The Ottawa Senators.
Wow.
And
We're not talking about the Winter Classic
Wow.
anymore.
Good transition. Wait,
we're talking about the Scotiabank Classic now.
So I just brought up how there should be more teams in the Winter Classic. We're not even going to talk about that then.
Nope, 10 seconds. That's it.
All right, that's fine. Whatever. Sorry, every other team besides the 10 team fans, besides the other, the 10 teams. That
What team do you want to see in the Winter Classic next year?
all of them.
So you want
That's hard to do given the.
You want a 31-team Winter Classic.
That's not hard to do.
You want every single team to play in outdoor games
Yeah, sure.
next year.
Well, no, not next year, but every once a year.
That's why I said next year. Who do you want to see in the Winter Classic? You said all of them. So I said you want a 31.
Well, next year is Boston and Chicago, who have both already been in it. I think 2 times each.
But don't they have another outdoor game?
Have New Jersey Devils. Have the New Jersey Devils played in one?
Probably.
They played in the Stadium Series.
All the Canadian teams play. I know they have the Heritage Classic, but bring them to the Winter Classic. Who cares?
Well, they're trying to make it 2 things, like the Winter Classic be American teams and the Heritage be Canadian teams.
Why should we separate it? Why not just have it?
Because that way they can have 2 outdoor games.
But the teams don't matter because there's Canadian and American players on every team.
But the fans
Fans will travel.
and the cities.
Have the Winter Classic be in Canada one year.
But then
I don't see that as a bad thing. But just like Rob said, the Canadian, Canada.
Yeah, so your
heritage.
solution to having more teams is to get rid of one of the outdoor games.
Yeah, and then just have the Winter Classic and then have different teams play every year.
But I mean, instead of like having two Canadian teams play every year and two American teams play every year, like you have Winnipeg play. They haven't made a Heritage Classic, I don't think, have they?
No, but have them just be in a Winter Classic. I don't see why it has to be the American.
But then, so then you're going to drag it out even longer to have more American teams in the Winter Classic. If you're taking their spots and putting them in Canada,
I think there should be. I don't know. There should be a system put in place.
well, I mean, the
You could have
NHL.
Colorado have a Winter Classic. You could have Minnesota have a Winter Classic.
If you have like Colorado versus Arizona in a Winter Classic, who's going to show up?
Colorado and Arizona fans.
How many Arizona fans are there?
I don't know. Dez is one.
How many Colorado fans can fill a football stadium or a baseball stadium wherever they play in Colorado?
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
It's
big market teams.
You're saying they go after big market teams.
Okay, but there's more than 11 big market teams in the AHL.
You can have one big market team and a small market team if you want.
I mean, the Islanders play when the Islanders aren't. Nobody cares about the Islanders.
They're still a big market. They're New York.
Yes.
I mean, they're trying to have them by like area too. Like,
Okay, but you're telling me if Colorado and Arizona played in one, that people from Dallas wouldn't come, people from Vegas wouldn't come, people from California wouldn't come, people from surrounding states wouldn't travel?
no, I don't think so. Not for the ticket prices.
People from Vegas wouldn't travel for ticket price for the Winter Classic when they paid $10,000 for season tickets to the Knights.
Yeah, because they want to watch the Knights. They don't want to watch fucking Arizona play Colorado, two teams they don't give a shit about.
If you have season tickets for your team and your team hosts the Winter Classic, do those count?
They get
No.
like first. No, it doesn't count.
Yeah, they get priority stuff, but you still got to pay for them.
Oh, so if you had season tickets for the Rangers this year, you got to get okay.
Yeah, first
Early access or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Same thing for the playoffs. Like playoffs don't count, but you get first priority.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I knew the playoffs didn't count, but the Winter Classic's like a regular season game, so that's what I thought it was.
Yeah. They give you like a discount
know.
on your ticket or something.
I just think they need to work on having more teams, and I know it's hard because with big markets and West Coast teams that don't get snow and stuff. I just think they need to work on it a little bit more because I'm tired of seeing Boston and Chicago or New York and Pittsburgh or Detroit and Washington or whoever. Like, I'm not even sure Washington's even played in one. Yeah, they did. They played in one last year, right? 2 years ago.
Yeah, Holtby.
Yeah.
Holtby definitely played in one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing the same 10 teams playing.
I hear you.
Well, Des isn't because his team's always in it.
I mean, we can just confront Gary Bettman with it and see what he says.
I mean, trust me, like the Red Wings have played in 3 outdoor games, like I'm still saying I'm tired of it. So like,
Yeah, but I mean, there's no real solution to it. Rather than having one of the big market teams instead of playing each other, play a smaller level team. But then you still have to take in mainly Eastern Conference teams. So that's why they made the Stadium Series for like the Western Conference teams. But then they had like fucking 6 outdoor games a year, which kind of defeats the purpose of having an outdoor game.
That's why I think if they had Canadian teams involved too, like every market in Canada gets cold. Like, so whether it's Montreal, who's super far east, and Winnipeg, who's far east, or Vancouver, who's on the West Coast, they get cold in Vancouver. Like, you could have an outdoor game in Vancouver, you can have an outdoor game in Edmonton, you can have an outdoor game in Calgary. Like,
yeah, but they did already,
and have it be a Winter Classic, and you could do the Oilers versus the Ducks and have it be an outdoor game on the West Coast. You could have Vancouver versus Vegas and have it be an outdoor game in Vancouver. Like, it would work.
Yeah, but see, that still is kind of tricky too to get the American fans to travel there, because not every American fan has a passport and they can't just go to Canada and for
it'd be tricky for Canadian teams to travel though too, or Canadian fans to travel though too. So that's probably
exactly that's why the 2 Canadian teams play.
I don't know. I just think they need to work on it.
Anyway, speaking of Canadian teams in outdoors that gets cold, how about the Senators, Des? How'd you like that transition?
Solid, very solid. Unlike the Ottawa Senators play, that's not been solid this year. So, where can we start with these guys? Where to start?
Who are they going to trade?
Hold on. I got one.
You just asked me where we're going to start, and they said,
I know. I was trying to think of one, but I got one. So let's just get this out of the way quick. everybody's most probably hated player on the Ottawa Senators retired earlier this year.
Phaneuf?
Chris Neal.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
Dion Phaneuf.
I don't really have an opinion on Chris Neal whatsoever.
Yeah.
Hey, he's been one of the most hated players, I guess, if you will. The agitator, Sean Avery type, if you will. For them, he hasn't played as of late because obviously the game has changed since he's came into the league.
Can Zach Ronaldo just retire instead?
No, he's
And
good.
Brad Marchand.
He's good too. He scores goals.
But yeah, he retired with 1,026 games played, all with the Ottawa Senators.
I'm sorry for him.
Congratulations. So who do you think the Senators are going to trade Erik Karlsson to?
It depends. Do you think it's going to be traded mid-season or after the season's over?
Probably after the season.
Yeah, I don't think
Unless somebody fucking like I said the other week, unless fucking Edmonton puts together a total package this year to trade for him at the deadline, he's going to be traded in the offseason. Because
I'm gonna go.
God.
If he gets traded mid-season this year, I'm gonna take the leap of faith and I'm say Tampa Bay is gonna try and trade for him.
Why would Tampa Bay need Erik Karlsson?
So they can just fuck everyone up and they can win a Stanley Cup.
They already are.
Huh? Yeah, but they can't even more. Do you imagine that power play with Stamkos, Kucherov, Victor Hedman, and Erik Karlsson all in the same power play? Like that, you don't have to even play against it. Just let them score the goal. Don't even try anymore. Just pull your goalie and let them score.
You don't think one of those guys would have to be traded in exchange for Erik Karlsson?
Yeah, they can trade Nemestikov for Tyler Johnson or somebody like that, or draft picks, whatever.
No, Tampa Bay. The last thing they need is more defense.
Yeah,
or a defenseman.
I don't think that's ever a bad thing. Is to get more defense.
It is if you're giving up your forwards for it.
Yeah, but I think some forwards on the team are replaceable. Andre Palat or something like.
So you're gonna trade Andre Palat and 6 first-round picks for Erik Karlsson?
Sure, why not?
Just so you can walk away at the end of next year.
Or then you could re-sign him once he's on a good team.
Yeah, but you could just fucking re-sign him in 2 years, or sign him in free agency in 2 years and not give up anything for him. Keep everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tampa Bay is trying to win now.
I think Tampa Bay has a team to win now.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get to the playoffs.
I don't know.
Good.
No, I was just thinking. There's what's Carl? What? Did anybody know what Karlsson's getting paid now?
Like $6.5 million or something.
Yeah.
6.5.
And I think his contract expires next year in the 2018-2019 season.
Yeah, that's next year.
And then he's an unrestricted free agent. So he's going to be asking for a shit ton of money.
Oh, somebody sneezed. Oh, bless your heart.
How was that?
It's called a sneeze.
Just got tissue stuffed up his nose right now.
Just sneezing?
Yeah.
Sounded like a girl.
Okay, so how much Erik Karlsson? He's not going to make $10 million, is he?
I don't
think he's going to get.
I don't think he's going to get. I think maybe 8 around there, somewhere in there. I think he'd ask for.
Depends on what team he goes to.
That too, and what team's kind of put in that offer.
I mean, I'd like to see the Wings try and get him, and like I talked about that last week. I would give any player on our team to have Erik Karlsson. You take Dylan Larkin, I don't care. Take Anthony Mantha, I don't care. Give me Erik Karlsson, that's fine.
Henrik Zetterberg.
Yeah, it's not.
Take a 42-year-old. Yeah, take Henrik Zetterberg. That's fine. I know it's not going to be just them, but no, I think. But it's weird though when it comes to trading your captain and stuff too. I feel like instead of looking for a trade, you should look to your captain for trying to figure it out and make your team better too.
There's no saving the Senators this year.
Yeah, I know. There's no saving the Senators this year, but
no.
I don't know. I feel like before you talk about trading your captain of your team, especially somebody that's like Erik Karlsson, that's a generational type of defensive player,
Overrated.
I mean, he's not. Yeah, I don't think he's the best defenseman in the league. Drew Doughty, but I don't know. I think they could do a lot if they kept him. If he stayed, they could probably build around him. You know.
If he stayed and they re-signed him, but he's gonna fucking walk away, so they gotta get something for him.
I don't think he'll walk. I think he'll want to stay.
No.
Yeah, watching interviews and stuff, and listening and like reading interviews and stuff from him that over the past couple weeks, maybe past few months, I think he's the kind of guy that would want to stay.
What about Matt Duchene then? Would you just trade him again this year, or because his contract's due up in 2 years, same time as Erik Karlsson?
He hasn't done jack.
Yeah, Matt Duchene's gonna want money, and he doesn't deserve it right now.
Well, he's not going to want to stay in fucking Ottawa for sure after this shitty season. So do you trade him before next season, or do you hold on to him and trade him at next year's deadline? Or
I don't know.
Senators got to make some moves because with the team they have now.
Got to make some moves.
Yeah, well, like Ottawa was good last year and the year before. Like, so I don't know what happened.
Ottawa last year was like fucking Arizona in 2012, how they made the Western Conference Finals and didn't do shit after that with the same players. They just got on a hot streak at the right time.
Yeah, I guess.
They weren't supposed to – nobody expected them to win any games in the playoffs, and they just won a couple of games. That's all that happened. So I gave them like a false sense of hope, which is why they traded for Matt Duchene. They said, well, if we get him, we're going to take this playoff team and make them even better, but they're a shitty team. Got to get rid of some players.
Yeah, I don't think I can name you more than 5 players on the Ottawa Senators.
Try it.
So. Karlsson, Duchene, Bobby Ryan, Strome, Craig Anderson. Is Hoffman still in Ottawa too?
Yeah,
Hoffman, and then that's probably is
Johnny Oduya.
on.
Derek Brassard.
Is Brassard? Yeah, I was gonna say, is Brassard still in Ottawa too? Yeah, so okay.
And if you look at Ottawa, they fucking traded for Derek Brassard. They traded for Matt Duchene. They don't have very many draft picks. So if you want to start rebuilding, you got to trade somebody like Karlsson to get those draft picks back. So
good point.
That's how I look at it. They said, well, we're kind of fucked. I don't know. That's my opinion.
Yeah, because it's just so funny. You know, they came like one goal away from making it to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. And now they
so did Arizona.
Right. What? Yeah, exactly.
So did Arizona in 2012.
Right. And, you know, now the next season after that, they sit 15th in the Eastern Conference with a 12-17 and 8 record. And their goal differential is freaking through the roof. They're at minus 30 with that. And that's
with Erik Karlsson. So just fucking get rid of him. Am I wrong?
No,
I think Erik Karlsson is a good a great defenseman, but I think he's a good second defenseman. I think you need. Does that make sense? Like, I think you need a good, solid. You need like a Ryan Suter or a Peter Angelo or somebody, or like Ryan McDonough or something playing.
Not even somebody like that. I mean, it's somebody like a fucking like old time big stay at home defenseman, just to
like Zdeno Chara or something. Like,
right?
Yeah.
Like fucking like a Matt Green type player that is not gonna fucking try to score or do anything. He's just gonna go out there and hit people and play defense.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to play up tempo with Erik Karlsson, you're gonna get scored on a lot, which is what happened, especially for goalies Mike Condon or whatever his name is, Condon.
Yeah. The only way you can play up tempo and get scored on a lot is if you are scoring a lot.
Yeah, like the Oilers.
Yeah.
Except for this year.
Yeah, it sucks for them, man.
Sucks for who? Ottawa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck it, they did it for themselves. Who gives a shit? They got to play more outdoor games. That's their problem.
Yeah, right? Because they ended up beating them 3.
They need Daniel Alfredson back. That's what they need.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a solid leader.
Jason Spezza come back too.
Those were Ottawa's hot days. Huh?
Yeah, Danny Heatley too. God. And Marian Hossa play for the Senators too.
Yep.
Yeah. And Dion Phaneuf, like that. Yeah, that 5-year window or whatever, like in the early 2000s, that was. Ugh.
Yeah, they had their chance. They didn't do anything with it. Fucking burn it down, start it over.
Yeah. And it doesn't even seem like they're even trying to start over. Like,
yeah, I mean,
they're just trading, not keeping any of those draft picks or anything. And
I mean, Mark Stone and Hoffman, keep them. Build around them. That's your new core. Got some young guys coming up. Get some defensemen. Eric Carlson's got to leave, so just get rid of him. That's how I feel.
It's like I don't think there's anybody that's right that could be, matched up with Duchesne on a line. Like they don't have any of those other high-end, skill players up there on their first or second line. You know what I mean? There's not any real. I don't know.
I mean, because I don't know. I think Duchesne's a little overrated though too. Like, yeah, he can skate and he can dangle and stuff, but you never really see him.
He just needs the right line mates. Colorado didn't have that for him. You know what I mean? And
Ottawa doesn't have it for him.
I guess playing with Nathan McKinnon and Gabriel Landeskog didn't do anything for him.
Right.
Two of the better players in the league on offense.
Right. It's basically the same thing like it is with the Edmonton Oilers. Like there's nobody none of McDavid's team can keep up with him. The dude is just so fast. You know what I mean? I think the Oilers need to get fast too to have someone keep up with McDavid. And that
their entire team is like 20 years old.
Right, but there's nobody that's fast. Like
except for Lucic and Maroon.
Yeah. Draisaitl's fast, or he was before he got hurt. Nugent Hopkins is fast.
I mean, even if you look at it, like teams like the Golden Knights are doing so well, they don't have any superstars. I mean, James Neal's the closest thing they have to a superstar. It's not like he's fucking scoring 80 goals a season.
No.
You just got to get good chemistry. You got to have an identity for your team and play towards your identity.
It's the sum of all your parts, not individual efforts.
You don't need fucking superstar players like Carlson or Duchesne, if you want to call him a superstar, or even like Landeskog or people like that.
Name on the front.
Yeah.
Again.
It's a hell of a lot more important than name on the back.
Speaking of name on the front, did you guys see the Olympic rosters got announced today?
Did they?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't.
You know who the captain of Team USA is?
Don't tell me. Let's guess. Don't tell me.
Okay.
Ex-Devil player.
Okay.
Was he on the team? Was he on the team last year or last Olympics?
On Team USA? No, I don't think so. Maybe.
Devil player.
He's old. I'll give you a hint. He's not in the NHL anymore. Just like the rest of the roster.
Ex-Devil player is not in the NHL anymore.
It's a forward.
Chris Drury.
Not that
old. Brian Giunta.
Yep.
Is it really?
That's the superstar player for the Team USA this year.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Oh, because no NHL players are in. So.
Right. So.
God. Oh my God.
The most name-worthy player on defense, James Wisniewski.
Not bad.
He's a little past his prime.
Yeah. Brian, are you kidding me?
Brian Giunta. So just
let's see here. I'm looking at it right now. Let's
give Russia the gold.
Yeah, I've never heard of any of these players.
Brian
That's okay
O'Neill.
though. That's okay though. It's who knows?
It's okay until you fucking play Russia.
With Pavel Datsyuk and Ilya Kovalchuk and
yeah.
Who's on Russia's team?
I don't know if they announced their team yet. I don't know if Canada announced their team yet either.
Let's see. Yeah, it's that Russian team though.
Isn't that funny though how he just retired from the NHL and now he's going back again for Team USA?
Is that funny or
I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
You think Ovi's gonna go?
Nope. He already said he's not.
Yeah. What the fuck's he gonna do? Like fucking void his contract or?
Yeah. Then get suspended.
Do you think he was all talk at the beginning of the season then?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah. He was trying to persuade like the owners or whatever, the CBA to negotiate and let him play again, and didn't work.
Players Association or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's too late now. Like they can't work anything else out, right? Because they've already started naming the rosters. Like so.
Yep.
So it's going to be probably the worst Olympics in the history of the Olympics then.
Oh, not exactly.
I'm going to say that.
It's like
the most interesting and recently, at least.
Yeah. It's going to. Do you think people are going to watch it though?
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, hockey fans, but
yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to watch. It's the Olympics. Everyone's going to watch it either way.
Right.
But the expectations just won't be the same.
Yeah.
The marketing's going to be a little bit tough.
Yeah, I mean, which might be a good thing though, because Team USA hasn't won the gold, so I mean, it might be good for them to lower their expectations and get a bunch of no-name players that potentially build up their careers.
right?
Start for So we'll see about that.
I mean, I've always liked the idea of not having pros in the Olympics, just because I think it makes it interesting.
Yeah.
Makes it
Kinda
more of
like-
a level playing field.
It's supposed to be like amateurs in the Olympics anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, most of these
That's-
guys are fucking pros. Are going to be pros, but
I mean, that's why there's like 14-year-olds in the Olympics. Like,
yeah, for gymnastics and shit.
but
I mean,
don't
that's all
know.
they do.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
yeah.
I think they should do the Olympics for amateurs and then have the World Cup of Hockey for pros. I think that's how it should go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be from
Yeah,
at
I know,
least
and that's
next couple of years. Or,
like the World Cup or whatever it was last year or 2 years ago was awesome. I enjoyed that a lot.
yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
over in like a week too, which is nice. It didn't take 2 months like the Olympics.
Does anybody know the reasoning why they aren't allowed to send their players over?
Money,
What?
probably money.
You think it's money or maybe the risk of them getting hurt? You know, and they're
So money.
yeah,
It's all in the CBA.
Yeah, it's all in money.
that's true.
Whether if it's injuries, travel time, accommodations, injured, whatever, it's all comes down to money. Unfortunately.
Except for Pavel Datsuk. Too soon?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like Team Russia probably still won't win.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
Sweden's probably going to win.
now.
There's so many good players over in the Swedish Elite League. I feel like Sweden's going to win.
Yeah, but how many of them are actually Swedish?
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sure
true.
there's people on Team USA that play in the Swedish Elite League.
Yeah,
And
it's
probably
true.
the KHL.
Yeah. Austin Matthews played in one of those leagues before he was a pro, right? He was playing some European Norwegian, I think, or something.
What I thought was interesting is that they took like Brian Giunta and guys like that over like the top like USA prospects, like the younger teams.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't. I think there's only like 4 guys in college right now that made or in the NCAA that made Team USA, and the rest of them are like former pros and stuff like that, and people in the AHL. So I don't know. Whatever.
We'll see.
Whatever. Still watch it. Still root for Team USA, and we'll see how bad Russia kicks the shit out of them, or be the new Miracle on Ice.
Hey,
Maybe Disney's just trying to make a sequel.
Yeah,
so.
maybe.
Disney told them, nope, these are the guys we're picking. These are the guys we can make a fucking movie after, and they're going to beat Russia. So since it's the new year, you guys want to make some New Year's resolutions for your teams?
New Year's resolutions for our team.
Besides just win the Stanley Cup? Like an actual reachable goal for the Rangers? You have any goals you want them to achieve or to get better at for the new year?
Chris Kreider to heal with his blood clot that he has in his right arm.
Uh-oh. Career threatening.
Yeah, that's serious though. Some serious stuff.
That's the same stuff Steven Stamkos had.
Yeah.
Just hope that he doesn't fucking get hit. I mean, hope he doesn't get slashed in the arm or something after he heals and like affected again.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, that sucks. It was like, I know it's not funny, but when he left the game in like the middle of the second period, like everyone started blowing up. They're like, oh my God, they just traded Chris Kreider in the middle of the game. You know what I mean? Because that's what usually happens, because they never announced like an injury or anything like that. And the Rangers organization never announced an injury happening to him like during the game. And usually when they be like, hush, hush, it's usually like a trade in the middle of the game when they pull someone off the ice like that. But it was funny to watch the social media.
Sounds hilarious.
It was a good time.
Anyways, any other New Year's resolutions you want for your team?
Who are you
Dez,
talking to?
I'm talking to you,
Oh,
Des,
okay.
since
Oh, wow.
I just asked you.
No.
So it's Chris Kreider.
And besides obviously wanting our teams to go to the Stanley Cup, it's, keep playing the way they're playing, Dave. Turn it around since the beginning of the season.
Fire AV. Is that still a resolution or no?
Totally. He still needs to go.
Say fuck him.
So over him and his managing the lines and knowing or whoever he puts out there, it just blows my mind.
So
Yeah,
it's
I'm sure-
coaching then.
I'm sure you would do a lot better.
Yeah.
No, but like, explain this.
First line all
No.
game.
No. Listen, explain this to me, all right? It happened in the shootout game they had a few games ago.
You mean when they lost to the Red Wings?
Is that the game I'm talking about?
Yes.
Who was their last shooter they put out?
The
Was it-
Wings?
No, the Rangers. It wasn't it like it was.
I don't know.
I
I
think
don't remember.
I think they put out like Kevin Shattenkirk or something. They like go out and shoot. Your
Old Baldy
defenseman.
himself.
And it was like the third or fourth shooter or whatever to like win it. And
Do you even remember this game at all?
like, why would you put out one of your defensemen when you have the Kevin Hayeses, you have the JT Millers, like you have
Maybe
all these
Shattenkirk has better hands.
Like, no, stupid.
Because
stupid.
Shattenkirk's really good offensively.
No, but he's a defenseman.
But also, too, maybe there's a strategy. Maybe you weren't expecting to see a defenseman on the shootout. You don't have a lot of tape on Kevin Shattenkirk in the shootout.
I understand that, and there's probably other things, AVCs that practice that we probably don't see at all. But it, dude, just blows my mind. Blows my mind.
And if he scored, he was a genius.
Almost like putting Merrick Malik out there and him going through between the legs.
Yeah. If Kevin Shattenkirk scores in that situation, like, oh fuck, what a great move. Right?
But
Yeah.
But he didn't. So
why? Right, exactly. Why would you put him out there when the
Okay.
game's on the line? If he went second or something,
Okay, whatever.
and there's a little leeway between the first and the third guy to go in the shootout, and you put Kevin Shattenkirk second, at least someone maybe can pick up the slack after him. But no, he puts him like last to win the game.
My New Year's resolution is hopefully Kevin Shattenkirk just deals with his hair and shaves it all off. He looks like, you know what he looks like? He looks like in Home Alone after the guy gets his head burnt off and he's got like that burnt scalp on top of his head. That's what Kevin Shattenkirk looks like.
How do you feel about that, Des?
What's that guy's name? Marv? No, Marv's the tall one. What's the short guy's name?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways.
Wasn't the short guy? No, you're right. Because I remember the little bit like, oh, Harry.
Come on, Marv.
Harry.
Harry, is that his name?
Was it Harry?
Yeah.
Not so hairy now.
Yeah. remember in the one, I'm not sure if it was one or two, but he was like, Harry.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when he gets hit in the balls with the paint can, no, it's in the second one when he falls off the top of the building and he lands in the
no paint or whatever.
Anyways, what about the Red Wings, Dunk?
Well, they've won the last two games in a row against good teams. So they beat the Penguins yesterday, or the other day they beat the Penguins.
Penguins suck.
And yeah, the Penguins suck, but all right. And then before that they beat the Rangers. So we're on a winning streak now.
So you ended 2017 the right way.
Yeah.
I'll build on 2018.
Some stuff I'd like to see happen, possibly. Getting rid of our GM would be nice.
Ooh.
Ken Holland needs to go. I've been saying that for 10 years.
Where it hurts.
Dang.
Yeah, I guess. But he doesn't do anything else well. Getting a new coach would possibly work.
Damn.
2018, new team, new year.
Getting trading for some other players. I think just burning down the house and starting over.
New resolution, trade for Erik Karlsson.
No, I don't know. Like that, I could see that, but also like, I don't know.
The Little Caesars pizza power play ain't working.
I don't know. There's not really anything working, but
I blame it on the arena.
I don't blame it on the arena. We've played bad for 4 years.
Blame it on the jersey.
Blame it on the jerseys. The same jerseys we've been wearing for 100 years.
Yeah, New Year's resolution. Get some alternate black jerseys.
Probably some of the most iconic jerseys in all of sports. Yeah, let's get rid of those.
Black, all Red Wings jersey. That'd be cool, though. You're right. It's a good one, Rob. You should make those.
Sell a shit ton. That's all I know. Am I wrong?
I'd buy one.
Anyways, what about you, Rob, and the Kings?
Some gray and red ones. That'd be pretty cool too.
What do you got for the Kings?
New Year's resolution: sign Drew Doughty to an extension right now, while he's happy and they're playing good.
Was he happy?
That's it.
All right.
Good follow-up questions.
No, like that's a good one.
Thank you.
Because he's happy right now. When he wasn't happy before, he was like, I don't care where I go, I just want to go.
He's happy now. Re-sign him while he's happy. New Year's resolution for the Kings: beat the fucking Golden Knights. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Beat them once, please.
What's the team we're gonna have for next week to talk about?
Oh shit! I don't know. How about Golden Knights? So they just talked about them.
Sounds good enough for me.
We could
BK,
Vegas strong. If Axel is still listening, there's a fan club now for the Golden Knights called the Vegas Click. It's all on Facebook, and it's not spelled right. It's not the CLIQUE like a click. It's
click like a mouse click.
Yeah, yeah. We're on the computer clicking, so we clicked to the Facebook. So I watched the game with him, the Kings game against the Golden Knights. I watched it with him at a bar, and he was like showing me on Facebook all that stuff. He's like, "Yeah, look, it's like super active and stuff. Like everyone's like super like excited about it, and like click up." I said, "Oh my god!" I said, "You ain't fucking with my click."
Oh god.
So let's talk about the Golden Knights and the Click.
Let's get some of the members from the Click on our podcast. Can we link our podcast on their Facebook page?
Yeah, I'll send it to Axel. I'll let him do it for us. He's in there because it's invite only.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is invite only?
It's a private group. You guys got to be invited there because it's the Click.
Maybe,
all right.
Maybe we could get somebody that's important with the Vegas Knights on here.
Like Chance the Golden Gia Monster?
No, maybe not Chance. I don't think he talks.
I could get the real Golden Knight, Lee Orchard.
oh, I love Lee.
If you guys want a British guy on here. That's a good idea. I might talk to him. Shout out Lee Orchard. I'm going to tag you in this.
Anyways. I think that's pretty much wraps it up then for us.
Can we end off click, click, boom?
Oh, what a great song.
Could that just be our outro?
Not exactly. We had to pay probably like millions to use it.
Can we do it like a generic version of it where you just do like an instrumental?
Wasn't that band? What's that band called? Saliva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Saliva.
Haven't done anything in.
Anyways,
maybe,
good
maybe one time we'll talk about your guys' favorite team, listeners. Just
maybe.
Email us at around the boards. Wait, what's our email?
Yeah, we can have like a little like fan questions.
Around the boards, click.
We can have
Yeah.
we can have like a little fans
around
Q&A segment next week or something if we get some questions. So hit us up everywhere on all your social media things with any questions, and we'll answer your questions on our next episode if we get any questions.
Or tell us your sign and we'll read your horoscope.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Shout out the email, Des.
Email is aroundtheboardspodcast@gmail.com.
Or send us some pictures.
Send us your dogs wearing hats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we love dogs. You should send us.
Your dog could be in our
You
click.
should send your dog pics to us at to our Twitter account, which is @_ATB podcast.
Instead of dog pics, you could send
Duck pics.
duck pics.
Or doc pics.
Yeah. Or
doc.
Or deek pics, since this is a hockey podcast.
Ooh, good one.
Let me see your deek.
Or if you've got a hot mom.
She could be in our clique.
If you got a hot dad, tell James Clark.
James Click Clark.
Anyways, that is all we have
Trade Eric Carlson.
for episode 16 here.
I think Eric Carlson's got a hot mom.
Ottawa Senators.
Probably Swedish. She's probably
So,
blonde.
one last question before we go. Yes or no? Do you think Ottawa's going to come back from being in the 15th spot in the Eastern Conference to make the playoffs?
No. Easy. Done.
Yes.
What?
Ooh.
Wait a second. Whoa. We can't end there. Whoa.
Why?
Whoa.
Why? What? What's going to make this happen?
I believe in miracles.
Okay, let's look at the standings real quick.
Believe in miracles.
You
Let's look at the
sex thing.
Thing.
let's look at the standings real quick.
They're 15th in the Eastern Conference.
Okay, let's look at the division.
They're going to come
standings
back.
real
They'll
quick.
finish first.
It doesn't matter
No.
what place.
No. You're out of your mind. I think they're gonna
Yeah, I
finish.
know.
look
That's
at
the
this
point.
thing.
I'm the wild card on this podcast, remember?
Are you?
Hey, there's Jeff.
He is a bit wild.
Jeff says, sup.
Okay.
Oh, hey Jeff. Who?
You look
Let's
like
ask
shit.
Jeff. Bring Jeff over here. Bring Jeff over here.
Jeff, we need an analysis.
He's been pretty spot on with his analysis so far, somehow, and his predictions. Is Jeff here? Can you hear me, Jeff?
Jeff. 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 Anybody else want to join in with me?
Okay, so Ottawa is only 4 points behind Montreal and 5 points behind Detroit. But in the Atlantic Division, Tampa Bay, Boston, and Toronto have a pretty big lead over everybody. So it might just be a wild card for Ottawa if they do make it. And they are 12 points behind the Islanders right now currently. So they have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams to make the playoff. Where'd Jeff go? Jeff, are you listening?
Oh, no.
Oh, so the Ottawa Senators are in 15th place in their conference. They have to jump over 6 teams to make the wild card spot in the season. Are they going to make the playoffs?
They're going to jump 8 teams.
Oh,
Wowzer.
shit. That's a bold prediction.
Wish I heard what you just said.
Dude, they're going to jump 8 teams, not 6. They're going to jump all 8. They're going to be
I think they're going to jump 14 teams.
You're out of your mind.
We're finishing first.
What do you realistically think?
13 teams.
And for reals this time, what do you think?
14 teams.
Wow. And Jeff?
I think they're going to jump. Actually, they're going to jump 16 teams, and they're going to jump into the Western Conference.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's probably a more likely chance than them actually making the playoffs, actually.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs at all. I think they're too
Yeah.
deep.
It's
They're
pretty,
way they're
pretty
they're,
well determined that
they're
I'm
in too
gonna make
deep right now. Shout out to 41.
Jeff.
Also Canadian.
Jeff, come back here.
I'm here.
Talking to the microphone.
I'm here.
What's your New Year's resolutions?
No
Oh,
fast
sorry,
food.
Jeff. That's all the time we have for this week's podcast. So next week, probably going to talk about the Golden Knights. Maybe Jeff will come back if we have more time. Sorry, we ran out of time this week for you, Jeff. Maybe better luck next time. From everyone here around the boards, have a good week.
Good
See you.
night.
Good night and good luck.
Good morning.
Last words, Dunk?
Fuck y'all.
That was Jeff.
Bye.
Dunk, any last words? Okay. See you next Tuesday.
No.
Oh.